If you've ever been afraid that you're not going to be able to make money if you do not have a large audience or a large amount of followers, this video is for you. I currently do not have a large amount of following. However, I've been able to make money leveraging social media even with my current audience size. You can build a thriving business and make lots of money even with a small audience or not a lot of followers. If you want to learn how to do that too, then stick around. So I'm going to be frank with you. When you don't have a large audience, you have to be strategic. That large audience will come someday. But in the meantime, you have to be strategic with what you have. Step 1, make content in alignment to your customer avatar. This is huge. It's kind of like when the Bible spoke about talents. Some people were given 5 talents, some people were given 2 talents, and some people were given 1. So because there were like different talents, the strategy that the person who had the most talents would employ would be very different from the strategy that the person who had a fewer amount of talents would employ. The person with a larger audience, they might have more money at their disposal. And so automatically, they can leverage that money to make more money. But the person with just 1 talent or a few amount of followers might not be able to use that same strategy because they might not have the exact same resources. So that's where you have to get smart and you have to use what is in your disposal. And what is in your disposal is what you can control, which is content. You can create content that talks directly to your audience avatar or to your ideal viewer. And because you are speaking to a particular person and that person knows that you're speaking to them, the few people that are coming to your page are targeted people. They are very specific people. And they are the people that you want to be on your page, even if it's just 1 person, even if it's just 5 people, okay? A good way of thinking about this is if, for example, you have 100 people on your page, and let's say on your page you talk a lot about tech and electronics and so on and so forth, but those 100 people that follow you, they're more interested in beauty, in makeup, and in all of those other stuff. You can see how if you, for example, want to monetize that audience, you will struggle. You may not even be able to make a dime. Not because the audience size is small, but because the people that you are attracting or the people that are currently following you are not the people that your content is for. Which simply means you can't make money from them because they don't want what you're selling. But if you do this first step and you create content that speaks directly to your ideal viewer or to your customer avatar, then automatically you make more sales. So using that same example, if just 3 people find you from your content and your content is, for example, on beauty, when you're selling a product that relates to beauty, at least 1 out of those 3 people would be interested in buying what you're selling. And that is precisely why numbers don't necessarily matter. What matters instead is the content that you're putting out. And that's probably why they say content is king, okay? Hey guys, so I created a free guide you can download that will help you figure out who your audience avatar or your ideal viewer is. You can get it by clicking on the link in the description box or in the pinned comments below. Enjoy. Step 2, be yourself. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. If you have just 20 followers, you want to have such strong connection with them so that even if they are not necessarily interested in that product, they care about you. And so they just want to support you. Being your authentic self is a life hack. And that means if you're a gentle, quiet person, be your gentle, quiet self. If you have like dry humor, leverage that. There are also people that have dry humor that will get that. If you're like me and you have all these facial expressions and hand movements and bodily movements, don't bury that, because the people that like excessive personality and all of that will be attracted to your content and will ultimately be attracted to you. Beyond the numbers, what is more important is community. So I don't know if you've ever heard of nano influencers. That's when you have less than 10,000 followers. They actually get paid from brands that see that they have an audience that are tight-knit and would buy whatever the creator is selling. So for example, there are people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and yet when they sell something, they might not be able to get a buyer. Not because what they are selling is not valuable, but because they don't have a community, they don't have a relationship with their target audience. But you can literally have just 500 people following you, but those people love you so much and they love your content so much because of how much value you bring, your personality, that you can literally recommend a brand and they will trust you enough to buy whatever product that brand is selling. I'll use myself as an example. According to my YouTube analytics, I have around 38 to 41 return returning viewers. So that means for most of my content, there are about at least 38 to 41 people that keep coming back. And I can tell you, I personally don't know that many people, so they can't all be my family members, okay? That is huge because it means that around 38 to 41 people vibe with most of my content. Even though the goal is to attract more audience, I make content for those 41 people. So if, for example, I have a product or a service that I'm selling, they would probably be interested in at the very least checking it out. So do not downplay the numbers you have. Step 3. Be generous. Guys, this is a huge point. You have to focus more on giving than you focus on taking. Give valuable information in your content. Give freebies. Do not gatekeep, because the more generous you are, the more you're able to build trust amongst your followers. If, for example, you have a friendship relationship where all you do is take from your friend, you can see how that friendship will not thrive. However, if, for example, you're always giving gifts to this friend, you're always checking up on them, that friend will love you. The same applies to content, because those people that watch you on the other end of the screen, they're human beings too. So even if they're just 5 people, if those 5 people trust you, that is worth more than gold. Step 4. This step is going to help you bring that money in. Make offers based on your customer avatar. If the people watching your content are young and broke, then it doesn't make any sense for you to sell products that are expensive, because they will not be able to afford it. So if, for example, your audience avatar or your ideal viewer is in their early 20s, then whatever you're selling, whatever your offers are, should be affordable. It should be something that they can easily buy without struggling. So if, for example, you were to go to a thrift store and you saw a handbag for $10,000, you'll be shocked, because that is not what you expect to see in a thrift store. So what I'm saying in essence is know your customer and make products in alignment to who they are, what they need, and what they can afford. It helps them and it also helps you in return. If you got any value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and if you've not yet subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button. If you want to find out who your customer avatar is, then I talk more in depth about how to figure that out in this video right here. See you there.